when it's work, it's work. I forget that I'm a fan. I just use whatever knowledge I have as a fan and put it into work. I focus on getting the job done. But as soon as it's done, I'll be like, what? I was that close to that person? Hi, I'm Hani Fadzil. I'm a radio announcer and a TV presenter, and I'm also a self-proclaimed K-pop enthusiast. So I got into K-pop when I was 16. That was the year 2006. So my relative introduced me to K-pop, and that time I was like, what is this? I started watching videos and ended up falling in love with some of the guys of a K-pop group called Dongbang Shinki, also known as TVXQ. We started having K-pop fangirling sessions, and I would always say, you know what, one day I will interview them, because I already knew that I wanted to be on TV, and that was my dream. From there, people started noticing that I was really into K-pop, and I was invited to interview a lot of artists and also host a lot of fan meetings. And from those fan meetings, I got the recognition of being one of the best K-pop MCs in Malaysia. I didn't say this on my own, okay? But I get tweets like that. The first challenge was to convince my boss that K-pop is a big thing, that I wanted to have a full K-pop chart show on a Malay radio station. So of course he was a bit skeptical. This was 5 years ago, and I did manage to convince him. And the next one was getting hate mails all the time. I usually edit my photos with K-pop idols for fun, actually. It's actually for the fun of it. And apart from those who love the photos, I also got death threats because they're like, how dare you edit photos with my favorite boys? Yes, people would say just ignore the comments, but sometimes it's really hurtful because they say things like, I want you to die, I want to kill her, you know. Sometimes when that happens, I want to quit. I don't want to do this anymore. So I just try to get off social media because sometimes it can be toxic. But I also get love comments, so that helps as well. When I was 16, there was this group that I became a fan of, and it was Super Junior. And one of the guys was Siwon. He was the first K-pop star that I got to interview on radio. After 4 years, I got to host an event. I was a bit stressed because a lot of things didn't go the way I wanted. And at the end of it all, I already said thank you to him. He already left the venue, and suddenly I see this big crowd coming back in. He was actually holding a bouquet of flowers, and he said to me, "You did a good job. I'm giving you this because you deserve it." Firstly, you need to be yourself. It took me a while to get to where I am. If you have a dream of doing something, you have to put your mind to it and grab any opportunities that you can. If I had told my mom, or if I were to tell anybody else, you know what, K-pop is gonna be big and I'm gonna make it part of my career, I think a lot of people will be like, I don't think it's gonna work. But I managed to prove a lot of people wrong, I think. The greatest revenge is to achieve what others say you cannot do. So keep doing what you want to do and always believe in yourself and keep learning.